The following program is an original MCM production for Community Channel 14.
Hi there and welcome to Taste the Season. I'm Lisa Kingery, registered dietitian and culinary educator for the Fondy Farmers Market here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I'm here today to teach you how to make a homemade jalapeno hot sauce. And so jalapenos are a wonderful chili pepper that are really abundant at the market. They come into season really sometime in the beginning of August, and they're with us all the way through the first frost. And now it's really kind of late in the season. It's mid-September. So the jalapenos have gone from a beautiful green to a beautiful red. So when I saw these, I couldn't resist them. So the reason I decided to do this recipe is because, well, I wanted to show everybody at the farmer's market what they can do with all the chilies they get. Whenever you normally buy chili peppers at the farmer's market, you get, you get an awful lot of chilies. You get at least 12 for $1. And then I was always left wondering, what am I going to do with the rest of these chilies? Because I just really needed one for my recipe. And so I let them sit in the refrigerator and think I'd make some more things that were hot, and I just never did, and then they'd go to waste. And so, you know, I thought I need to find a way to use these wonderful chilies. And so I did, and it's making your own homemade hot sauce, which is so much better than the homemade or the hot sauce that you buy in the grocery store. It's way better than anything that you find in a jar. It's your own, and the wonderful thing about it is you can make a bunch of it now and store it in your freezer, and it tastes great all throughout the year. So you can capture that little bit of summer and eat it even in the dead of winter. So the first thing we need to do when we make our homemade jalapeno hot sauce is we need to clean the chilies. And I don't know about you, but I have done way too many times. I've tried to clean chili peppers without the glove on, and I've gone to bed with my hands pretty much on fire. And so since we don't want to do that, we're going to wear gloves. And you can buy these gloves, and you can buy them in any kind of drugstore or restaurant supply store. And so here are mine. I've washed them, and the first thing you're going to do is take off this head right here. And then we've got the seeds inside. Now, I think everybody knows by now that this is where the heat of the chili is, right inside there. So you're going to want to take this and get rid of not only the seeds, but the ribs. The ribs have an awful lot of heat in them. And so get rid of them. Get rid of them, because this is really, it's a hot sauce, but it's a mild hot sauce, or a medium, more like a medium hot sauce. And so for me, it's really palatable. I don't like things like crazy on fire. But if you do like things crazy on fire, we have ample amount of chilies at the farmer's market, like habaneros or Thai hot chilies. And you can definitely take one of those crazy hot chili peppers and use the same recipe to make your own hot sauce. But it'll be by far a much hotter hot sauce. So that's what we do. We just clean out, make sure all the white parts are gone, because that's really hot. Make sure all the seeds are gone. And I've done that already to these here. And so this is about 12 ounces of jalapeno chili peppers that I have taken the seeds out. They're this beautiful color of red. And usually when you buy them, you do get about 12. So it's like 12 ounces. So I'm going to put them in my blender. Oh no, you know what I'm going to do before I put them in my blender? I forgot. That's what I was making all that fuss back here for. I had some heat going back here, and I'm going to turn it back up. This is my hot water, and I'm going to blanch them. And the reason I'm going to blanch them is it's going to bring that heat down a little bit more in the chili pepper. So I'm just going to dump them all in. Here we go. I'm still using my gloves because I'm a little bit of a baby, and I'm very concerned about my hands being on fire. So there we go. So I'm dumping them into boiling hot water, and we're going to have them in the hot water for about 30 seconds. And then when I get them out, I'm not going to blanch them. I'm not going to take them out and put them in any cold water. I'm just going to put them directly into my blender. So I think that's been about 30 seconds. What do you say? And I'm going to pull them out. Here we go. All right, there we go. They've been blanched. And I'm pulling them out. There they go. And I got 2 more in here. And there you go. Okay. Turn that heat off because we're done. All right, so now I've got my 12 chili peppers in here. The next thing I'm going to want to put in there is an onion. So I got one small onion. I mean, and if you like your chili pepper a little more oniony, we'll go, you know what I'm going to do? Take these off. It's like I'm the lunch lady. All right, take those off. I got the cameraman to laugh. So, all right. And I don't really need to cut these up. I just need to get the skins off them because I'm going to put them in the blender. It should be fine. So just do a little rough cut so they don't. And you could just leave it at that if you wanted to, if you wanted less oniony. I like it kind of oniony, so I'm putting the onions all in here. There we go. And step 2 is I got 3 cloves of garlic, and we're going to smash those and stick them in there too. And the garlic that you find at the farmer's market is really so much more pungent and flavorful than the garlic that you find at the grocery store. So if you're using grocery store garlic, you might want to put in a little bit more, depending on how garlic you like things. All right, last one. I love doing that. It's fun, huh? And in it goes. Paper out. Okay. Then I'm going to take salt, and I'm going to put in one teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of sugar. My husband likes to put sugar in his coffee, so it's almost gone. There we go. And then I'm going to put in the juice of a lime. Cut that in half. I bought this in Mexico, and I love this little gadget. So fun. Here we go. Stick that in there. Squeeze. Ah, I got all the juice out. Do the next one. And last but not least, I got red wine vinegar here, but you could use any cider, any vinegar that you wanted. Apple cider vinegar would be fine, white wine vinegar, whatever you'd like. So I've got 3/4 of a cup. I'm putting that in. And now we're going to puree it. Here we go. And I think just a little bit more. There, we're definitely done. All right. And there we have it. This wonderful hot sauce. I'm going to pour some in here just so you can see it. But it's a really nice hot sauce. And if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of oil to the mix, and that would bring down the foaming, or you could just wait. It'll come down soon. And then what I like to do is I like to eat it fresh. Obviously, you just take it into, put it into an airtight jar or a plastic Tupperware, and you can keep it in the fridge, and it'll keep for about 6 months. The other thing I like to do with it is this, and I'll show you what I've got in here. I like to put it in little freezer-safe boxes, and make sure when you do that, you put in enough room, enough headspace here so that when it freezes and it expands, the liquid expands, it doesn't come bursting out over. And then you just put it in there and you label it. I made this a few weeks ago with obviously green jalapenos, but this is red, so this is kind of special and beautiful. So that's it. That's how you make a jalapeno hot sauce, a medium hot sauce. homemade and delicious. So come down to the Fond du Farmers Market. We're at 2200 West Fond du Lac Avenue. You can get all these recipes also online at www.fondymarket.org. And you can come to the farmers market where you can get the freshest, best tasting, locally grown, seasonal vegetables in all of southeast Wisconsin.
This has been an MCM Productions program.